Hello everyone, this is another reader. Welcome back to my channel. This is the first time you see me on screen. So today I'm going to show you 19 my favorite books of all time. I love these books so much. So let's get started, shall we? This book is really amazing. It's very good. It's The Shining by Stephen King. I loved it so much when I read it. I actually bought this as a birthday present for myself in 2015. I love the book, but I don't like the movie. It's not very good. Oh, I said movie. I prefer to use British slang. By slang? No, not slang. I prefer to say film. This is The Hobbit by Gr Tolkien. For some reason it has Gimli and Merry. I found this book at my home when I was 14. I loved it so much. I read it again last year and I will read it again someday. Maybe very soon. I actually like this cover very much. I really like these two. Well, on the cover. I don't like this character. This is A Clash of Kings by George R. Martin. I love A Song of Ice and Fire series. That's the series that changed my life. And the second book is my favorite for a number of reasons. I actually found this book in the library, the same edition. And when I read this, I was kind of depressed, but by the end, I was happy. And I bought it for myself. It's 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. It's very good. I recommend this one. This is actually one of the best books I've ever read. It's The Book Thief by Marquez Zilsek. I really like the cover of this book, but I actually can't pronounce the name of the writer very well. I always make mistakes. I really like this book and I really love the main character. This is also one of my favorite books. It's Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. This is a film cover. I actually read this book online before I bought the physical copy. This is actually the book that made my imagination work. When I was reading this, I really felt like I was watching a high-budget film, and I'm still surprised that this isn't a live-action film yet or a TV show on HBO or Netflix. This is Before They Are Hanged by Joe Abercrombie, the second book in the First Law series. How come this book really isn't a show yet? Hollywood is missing out. I completed this book recently. It's one of the best books I read. It's A World of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson, the second book in the Stormlight Archive series. I've discovered this series a few months ago and loved it so much. I'm looking forward to reading the third and fourth one. Yes, you know it's actually not right to say this is my favorite since I haven't read the rest. I don't know, maybe I would like the third or fourth book more, but so far this is my favorite book in the Stormlight Archive. One of the best detectives I've ever read. It's really good, I loved it. And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. It's so good. It's very, very good. This one actually has quite interesting themes. And it's actually very thrilling too. It's Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I actually want a hardcover of this book. I'd love to have it. These are some of my favorite moments in the book. But when I will read it again, there will be more of these. I actually gave my friend this one as a birthday gift. This is The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Hatford. I read it again last year and I want to read it again in the future, just like The Hobbit. When I read this book, I immediately thought this was a must-read. I genuinely think that everyone should read Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I recommend this one. No, I don't recommend this, I'm wrong. This is a must-read. Everyone must read this book. So this one is The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. I actually want to read this again. I will read this again in the future. I reread this book a few months ago and I loved it even more than before. This is A Brave New World by Aldo Huxley. I really love good dystopia. So this one is another book by Gr Tolkien. It's Baron and Luthien. This book actually changed my life in many ways, but that's a topic for a whole another video and I will talk about it one day, maybe in the nearby future. So this is my favorite part of the Harry Potter series. It's the Chamber of Secrets. I always loved both the book and the film and even the game. This is one of my current favorites. This one is really amazing. I recommend this to everyone who loves fantasy. This is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. If you like good fantasy with music and you like fantasy that has some kind of science in it, you read this. It's very good. I must say that I'm not a big fan of Terry Pratchett. Not a fan. I tried his books earlier, but when I read this, I loved it. It's equal rights. It's actually really funny. Yes. The last book for today is Joyland by Stephen King. I really don't know why this book is so underrated. I mean, it's a light and bright detective. It isn't that depressing or sad or that scary like Stephen King does, but if you want some light-hearted detective, I recommend this book to you. And the one honorable mention. I don't own the copy of that book, unfortunately, but I read it last year online and loved it. And it's 13 and a half Lives of Captain Bluebeard by Walter Moyers. Did I pronounce his name right? I hope so. It's a really clever book. Yes, it's a children's book, but it's so clever, I don't know what to say. And that's it. These are my favorite books. These are amazing books. I love them so much. I would read them again in the future. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.